In the event of a hurricane, a flood, snowstorm, or natural disaster, would you be ready? What would you bring? Where would you go? These are the questions that need answers before disaster strikes, not during. I'm Allie Madano, and today we're trying to inform Yonkers residents on how best to be prepared. But first, we test their knowledge with a round of Did You Know? In the event of a hurricane or snowstorm, natural disaster, what do you keep in your house to keep you prepared?
Canned goods, microwavable items that you can maybe eat without microwaving, dry ice, what else? Water.
Fridge full of food, I guess. Phones, radios. I don't know, med kits, I guess, if you get hurt.
Medical kits, batteries, water, and canned goods.
We keep bundle. We have like a knapsack with some clothes, some water, and some canned foods.
Food, water, basic survival necessities to sustain life.
So most of us know the basics: flashlight, canned goods, blankets, but what about those necessities we might be forgetting? Yonkers resident Angela Porcelli opened her home up to us for an emergency preparedness press conference, and we spoke to her before and after the event to see what she learned.
We have a supply of batteries and radio that operates on batteries, flashlights, blankets in case there's no electric and no heat, bottled water, canned goods.
And what are some things with young kids people might not think of to have in their homes?
Probably blankets and some books to read, some games to play to occupy them. We actually have an emergency preparedness plan in case we were separated with our young children. That's something that's outside of the home, but that we have as a plan.
Today is a day to learn so that when the time comes, we as a community are prepared. The Office of Emergency Management, the Yonkers Police Department, the Yonkers Fire Department, DPW, Empress Ambulance, and many businesses and organizations are constantly working and planning to ensure that our city is safe when disaster strikes.
At the table, we currently have emergency supplies of what everybody should have on hand in their house in case of an emergency. The recommendation is that you have enough supplies on hand to last 3 days per person in your house. You should have 3 emergency kits in your home. You have 1 in your home, 1 in your vehicle, and 1 in your office. We have masks in case you have an incident where there is hazardous materials, you want to cover your mouth and things from that. You have different types of masks. Digital cameras are very important now at times to take documentation of any damage that has been done to your home, and previously pictures of it beforehand so you can go through the insurance process. Copies of children's last report cards. God forbid you have a fire in your home, you have documentation of what grade and what stage of school your child was in.
So we just had this press conference. What did you learn that you didn't know before?
I realized that I really should have a go bag, that I might have all the supplies I would need around the house, but in the case I have to leave my home, I really should have a bag that's either accessible in the garage or the car, just to be ready to go.
And what was most surprising? What supply did you find most surprising that you didn't even know to have?
A good reminder was to have a gallon of water per person. I don't think I knew the exact quantity to have per person in my household, so I should be ready to have those gallons of water for our family.
And so ultimately you feel more prepared than beforehand?
I feel much more prepared than before today.
So even if you do have all the supplies in your home, sometimes it's nice just to have a refresher and a reminder. For City Hall TV, I'm Allie Madano.